We are implementing the infrastructure creation with the Terraform. Or so Terraform tool will be another name. People will be calling with this name, infrastructure as a code. So we are writing the like infrastructure means like easy to compute, storage, networking, the VPC line kind of things. So all those we are creating with the code currently, not with the console. So that's why we call as infrastructure as a code tool is a Terraform. And so in the interviews, they'll ask you this, what is the tool did you guys are using infrastructure as a code? The answer is the Terraform, you can say. But there are alternatives in the market, as I said, CloudFormation, the Python, Java, blah. Depends upon up to the people. So you can say that Terraform, that's it. From there, they start the discussion, like, as I said, the state file or the life cycle, what init does, how to create, can you write a sample snippet? So they'll ask you all these basic questions. So you know that now start.tf file, start.tf, it will look for variables.tf, you call any variables.tf, and then you can have your own tfrs files as well. By default, it will look for terraform.tfrs. You can have your own dev.stage. But you need to pass that in a command, terraform plan hyphen auto, sorry, hyphen var file equal to that file name dev.tfrs if it is another name. So in the tfrs, we don't write Terraform code. In the tfrs, you will have only key name. That's it. Here you will have a variables block. Here is the start.tf, like outputs or resource dot or version.tf. All those configuration we will define here. So so basics you should have when we expect you from the Terraform is what is resource block, what output block, what is variable, data block, what it does. So these basics you should have in mind. That is the one. And sometimes, not sometimes, up to the project and all, people won't use resource block. People use alternative one to create the resources. Can you guys tell me what is the one we used? Alternative for resources to creation? Uh, yeah, modules. Exactly. Modules. So modules, when you say modules means there is no resource, no terra, or no like there is no like some kind of other blocks, resource blocks, I can say that. Someone already implemented it. It can be some remote. Mostly it will be in the remote, in the Git somewhere in the GitHub or somewhere they'll keep it. You have to call that with the keyword called source. So you should know that source means I'm calling a module somewhere. That module is been implemented. So so modules are easy. Like someone will write it, you will be calling that module. That's it. You don't write resource related keywords and all. So yesterday we have written our own module. This is the one, for example. Uh, we have written our VPC kind of module. This module I was calling in this folder, admin 2, admin 3. I am calling with this keyword. I was calling with this module. So we can override the values also like this. If we want to, you can call this also as a variables here. You can create a separate file. So it's up to you. It's up to the project what you've been. As I said, repeating it again. If already they implemented it, you have to consume it. But you need to ask these questions whenever the requirement comes to you. So, so so my objective next is, as I said, right, we are building this architecture. Where was this architecture? Somewhere I kept it. Second, I think I have closed that architecture. We were just a minute. Yeah. WordPress, LAMP, AWS. Yeah, this is the one. LAMP means Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. That is called LAMP. Yeah, this is more cache. Yeah, AFS more point. Yeah, this is the one we are going to implement. This is the So this is the whole we are converting into the TF kind of format. So I implemented yesterday this module. So So what I do, on top of this only, we will build the total this setup. Then we will convert individual component to the module. Module is nothing but, can you help me here? What did you understand when I say module? If I want to implement, let's say, for example, create EC2 module. How did you implement? What did you understand? Anyone? Can you guys help me? How to create EC2 module?
Resource.
First, create the resource
You should have, for example, syntax.
folder.
For example, EC2, let's say.
Folder.
Yeah.
Create the file extension with .tf, the main.tf, and then resources,
Yeah.
resources, file name, type and the file name, and then first AMI.
Yeah, exactly. That is correct. So you will have the AMI type. All you will be defining here. AMI. Yeah.
AMI.
Go ahead. Go ahead. AMI.
And AMI and the instance type.
Security groups.
Security groups.
EBS value.
Yeah. Key.
Key values.
VPC. VPC in the sense, obviously VPC internally subnet. EC2 will go. Yeah. And then I want to override these values. I don't want to hard code some of the values. I want to override. What file I have to create here? In this, how do I call that? I want to override these values. Someone will
variable.tf.
Yeah, so you have to call all these into where dot
Variable.
block.
Yeah.
Each of them. Next, you have to create variables TF.
Yeah.
Here
Then
we
call this. Yeah, call this variable.tf into main.tf files.
Yeah, you will call like this. Next, like for example, sometimes if they're not overriding, I need to take the default values. You can define in this file also, in this block also, or separate file also. What is that?
Terraform.tf.
TF.
Yeah. After executing this module, I need to output also something like IP address, blah blah something.
Yeah,
Outputs.tf.
Another block.
Yeah. So here you will have it. This is the basic. Now you implemented this. Or if someone want to use, right? Let's say for example, one guy from, for example, you think it performance team, testing team, they came. Now you have to what? Please keep this thought. This is my laptop. I wrote the code, for example. I'll not keep in my laptop this code. We store the code in one place. Terraform code, Java code, whatever. Nowadays, in the DevOps practices, you write the code, don't keep in your laptop. Store at some place. Code storing place.
Repository. Git and repository.
Git repository.
Yeah, it will be the repository. So now there are multiple repositories are there in the market. GitLab and all many are there. GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, blah blah. Now, think that you posted to some place repository. Now other guy want to consume this module. They wanted to create perf team, for example. How do they use this? Can you guys help me here? They want to
take the module.
For example, you will also let's say for example, main.tf. How do we need to next
value
inside the module on source we need to call that
yeah, you have to write
repository URL.
Yeah. For example, you say that JMeter.
Repository URL you have to keep.
Yeah, JMeter. Like, so you remember one Postman is there, right? One tool to test the API and all. Inside time we discussed. Perf will use this tool,
Postman.
JMeter, to test it. JMeter, it does virtual loading. So here now you say that source. Where is the code now? This one.
Repository.
URL.
That's it. Now I want to override. I will call these values here. That's it. Now, see how easy now if it is in the modules. So keep this thought. Sometimes, right? If people will be using the internet modules also. Internet modules, what I mean is, there is AWS has given AWS Terraform VPC module. I don't want to write total resource code. I want to use modules. It's up to you. It's up to the team decision. See, there are the modules already given by the these guys, AWS guys. They had given majority resources. You will have it. This is AWS module. Like there are some third-party modules also will be there. It's up to the team. See, this is the some basic about metadata. How and they'll have versions also. When you usually write, when you say source, right, you can say that version also. Because when they update new feature and all, they'll do versioning with this something. So they'll give the example also. How can you use this module? You see, for example, simple VPC. This somewhere. They'll give the examples. No, simple. Okay, let me take this in the link below. You see, they also stored, AWS people also stored code in their repo. Terraform AWS module here. Simple VPC. If you want to use this, right? Simple example, let me open it. This folder, main.tf. This is the consumer. Yeah, this is the usage. Just you need to call like this. That's it. See, here they're calling that module. You need to provide that this location. Where is this location? Like this. This is the. You need to copy this like this. You have to provide this path here like this. So now instead of you developing these models, right, now you are using whose models now here? Terraform and AWS people implemented it. It will go from this folder, right? Now you need to pass blah blah some names here. Like for example, this and all you have to override this VPC header range, local name, subnets you have to override. Then when you do Terraform init from this folder, right, wherever this TF file is there, automatically the Terraform will go to here. It will download this all the content internally, and then it will provision your resources. It will call that resources block. So all about is there will be your own modules, or you can use the third-party modules which are available like this in the internet. Like this, you can use it. In the projects also we use it. So keep this thought. Now my objective here is, as I said, we will be implementing this. Last time I created yesterday I created the VPC from here. I was using this. I was calling the module. Now what I'm going to do, I'll take this VPC folder itself. I'll name it as a WordPress. Inside that, we will create all these resources. Then we will convert into the modules individually instead of again here and there calling, right? So first I'll implement that at least one base architecture. Then we will convert them into module. That is my objective. So yesterday, right, when I did the multiple VPCs creation, they blocked that account. So you remember yesterday at the end it was failing, right? Credentials error or something. So because that account has been lost, so I took the one more account from our guys only, and on top of that I'll implement this. So let me copy this. Let it be this module folder. I don't want to touch this modules folder. Let it be. I'll make complete one Terraform here inside the code. I'll say the WordPress. Here, I'll copy this structure there, VPC structure, total whatever we did VPC, right? I'll copy that files. So that it will be a bit neat. Yeah, let me go for readme.md. You know, right? Can you guys tell me now? This is the one of the most interview question you will get it here. You know already the context. Your project. Yeah. Can you guys, whatever you know, just tell me. Like on top of that, we'll refine that answer. Can you guys tell me about your project? You see, think that you are working on it only. This is the project. This is your project. Please explain. What do you get? How do you answer this? Anyone, please go ahead. Guys, can you guys hear me? Something.
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. This is the one of the
But-
this is your project, okay? Go ahead. Let me tell you that project also WordPress, okay? How do you WordPress? This is the framework. Yeah, please. Anyone, just try.
Like,
You have to talk one day.
yeah. Okay. First, we need to creating the based on to the VPC,
Mhm.
and then under VPC we'll create all the VPC components.
Mhm.
Then next attach into the S3 bucket,
Mhm.
and S3 bucket.
Yeah. Anyone, please. Anyone, other one, please talk on it. This is the one of the most interview question you'll get it, sure. You have to, because that's where the total about you we will get to know. This is your project, I'm telling it. You know already this we implement a lot of components on it. Please, you have to talk. Yes.
There are the two apps and Bastion services. There app is private and Bastion is
Yeah.
like, and then we used to call URL based on to the Bastion servers
Mm-hmm.
and convert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me, if I get the same question, right, I'll say like this. Okay. So my project is being used by the, you remember where and all WordPress being used? Anyone? I was showing some samples, right? Where and all WordPress will be used in the real time. The applications, what you guys are using it. Any thoughts? Somewhere here the WordPress will be used somewhere.
Static websites.
Yeah. Static websites. Some more. Like for example, static websites like the you can say that normally like the website promotion, like car, we did a car launch, blah blah something, na? Bike launch, blah blah something. So using that Car24, Spinny, like that team, they use their web application, right? For example, so I was telling one example easy is the media, the news media. So news media, what they do, like for example, shopping carts also can be there. Not heavy, not Flipkart and all. Flipkart is heavy. Normal, simple applications. They can run on top of WordPress. Say that. Let me please listen. If someone asks this question, I say that my application is being used by the one of the news media company. I'll say that company name. So we publish the articles. There will be users will be consuming the reading the news, and we will have agents. That agents will be publishing the news behind. So there is a admin, WordPress admin login. There is a users can't edit any page, but admins can edit it because WordPress have that feature. Say that this is the news media company, so we have the users are agents will be, for agents, there's a separate UI. They'll publish that news, and then users will be consuming it. That's I put the context about the business. Next, I'll say that that is been implemented on top of AWS cloud, and then the resources. Can you guys tell me here for WordPress what are the resources we did? Please, you know already. What are the resources we created? Resources in AWS.
All
This is the ones.
Yeah.
EC2 load balancer.
Yeah, EC2.
all the
Load balancer.
Yeah,
Security group.
yeah.
Yeah.
RDS.
RDS.
And then say that RDS, what RDS type it as well. And in the load balancer also say that ALB. And say that load balancer, where did we launch? In which subnet?
Public subnet.
Public.
Yeah. public subnet. And you can say, if you want to talk, you can talk blah blah VPC. That's, you know, that story. And EC2s, where did we launch? In which subnet?
Private subnet.
Exactly. Private subnet. Private sub. And then RDSs as well. And then you created the cache as well, elastic cache components. And then like S3 bucket, as you said. S3 bucket. And then obviously the CloudFront to static. And then the Route 53. So these are all the services we are using it. Whenever a user comes, it will go to first the Route 53. From there, it will search that whether it is a static request or dynamic request. Based upon the static request, it will go to the S3. If it is dynamic request, it will go to the load balancer. From there, load balancer we launched in the public subnets. From there, go to the yeah. So from load balancer, it will go to request to the private EC2 missions where we are running the WordPress code. On top of WordPress, we are running the one software called Apache. We are running on top of Apache here. We are running Apache. And then the application will decide it whether data to be pulled from RDS or from the cache. That's how the business logic implemented. That's how I say, like, this is the answer. So now, this is my project. It's been implemented with the Terraform code. We created VPC code. Now, these are the resources we are going to create it. Keep this thought. When someone asks you, this is the one project. This is one project. Like this, you will have multiple projects in the company. Like, for example, if you come to my service, right, we have almost like this 300 applications we have, like WordPress, blah, blah, something. But they're all interconnected. From request internally, we'll go to from here to there and all interconnected it. So our job is to, like, you see, right, 300 applications. How much infrastructure will be there? How much automation? We don't want to do manually, right? All those. So our day will go majority like here and there something. So skip this thought. You will get this question, and then you have to cover these services. So with this, yesterday we created the VPC components. We will create the rest of them. We'll continue with this. So yesterday I lost the account, and then let me hear from here. Let me see. All are good. 10.2, and then the account name is stage. I'm sorry, this name is a stage. Let me go to this folder. I already configured the AWS CLI in my local to upload the videos. I'm going to apply the Terraform. If someone asks you that I'm applying the Terraform, the first question you ask it from where you are running it. You can run from EC2 mission also. You can run from code repository also. You can run from your laptop. From laptop, we use access key secret key. Let me go to that desktop. How can I check which user credentials I'm using? I wanted to check in my laptop what credentials I'm using, what access key secret key I wanted to check. How can we check? There is one
AWS that
AWS.
STS get caller
STS,
ID.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, correct. Yes.
This is the command. Because we asked this question someone to many times. So this is my account currently, and then let's see. The code sessions. So last time, whatever we created EC2 all are in the default subnet. Now we are going with our own VPC, own subnet, and then own like private everything I can say that. Cool. So this is my code structure. It is the code structure. Main, we don't call anywhere else, right? Here so let me do Terraform 10.2 series. The CIDR range I'm going. Terraform. So I copied that VPC folder as is. Here itself, I'll create multiple resources. Later, we will convert them individual modules. I'll copy paste. Yeah. These are the resources is getting created it from this code. This is the VPC CIDR range we are following it. Terraform. First command, obviously, if there is no .terraform folder, there is no state log file. The first command is the init. It will scan your code and then finds automatically the provider. Otherwise, you can explicitly specify the provider also. I want to go with the specific version of the provider. You can specify that. This is the latest. Download the Terraform. Here is the file as well. Terraform. And it is the plan. See, even if you'll ask the account, if you have the Terraform code, immediately you can bring it up, right? The infrastructure, for example. So south one is the Bombay. We'll pick it from the Bombay. Cool. So how many resources total for VPC? 24. This is coming from the outputs file, the availability zones we wanted to print. Terraform, apply. Now it will generate one file, right? Apply will generate one file now. What is the file it will generate?
TF state.
TF state. So usually TF state file will be in our local. It will be in our local. It will come now. So this is the very important file. You shouldn't lose it. So we use to store TF state in S3 bucket. We store recommended places to S3 bucket. And for that bucket, right, you have to have a versioning as well. State file. Store in S3 and then enable S3 versioning feature. In case if you accidentally delete also, it will get backed up by versioning. You can restore that. Okay. And one more, yesterday I was telling, right, let's say I'll go to another folder, you see. I'll take another. Now you know, new window. I'll go to the same folder. CD desktop, sessions, home, CD WordPress. Now I'll say the Terraform plan. Let's see what it does. In that folder, already I'm running a command called Terraform. See, what does that mean internally? The TF state is getting updated by one command already. That whenever Terraform apply is going right, it will update. I'm going to create VPC. All that information will fetch and then it will be updating the TF state. Or it will be reading it. So at a time, how many people can apply Terraform and TF state?
One person.
One person. If other person is trying to do, in case there is sometimes what happens is there is it may go to like some kind of inconsistent state. So that's why, right, we go with the feature called Terraform state lock. State lock. So you can say that lock, saying that there is already one lock is happening. You have to wait for that time and then you have to release it. For this, right, in AWS, there is a service called DynamoDB. We use the DynamoDB. We'll create a table and then we will store this lock here. Till the Terraform apply going, here you will have a one entry. After apply, the entry will get removed. Then another person will go and then apply. This is called Terraform state lock. We store the lock related information here. Still it is there. Huh? Oh, it's applied. There is a one command, you can see this. Terraform state list. This is the command, you can check how many states, something is it been currently logged or not, something. This is the one command, you can check it. State list with this command. Let me put it here. Can you guys tell me what are the commands you know now on the Terraform? Init, plan, apply, outputs, show, console,
Validate.
validate, and then FMT. One more state command. Is a command.
Targets.
Yeah, the target will go here only. Plan and then apply. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. Cool. So Terraform state list, what it does, it will show you that is there any lock is happening currently or not, something that you can show. Cool. So we got the required resources. Let me go to the console. Let me go here. Your VPCs. Yeah. This is my VPC stage wala 10.2 series. There was other ones 10.2 series my VPC wala. And then the subnets also have app data. You can see 10.2. 10.2 is all ours, whatever we have. Now the route table as well. Let me check the routing. The routing, right? 2 routes will be there. Stage, routes. Check this. See how it is NAT and all came. So that you know right now what is this? The private. That naming convention we can check it, correct it. Stage. This is the public subnet. Here is IGW. One of your interview question. This is also. How can you say that this route table is public or private? How to say that this route is public or private? Please, you know.
Based on the internet gateway, target,
Based on the target.
target.
Exactly, yeah, based on the target. So for private, obviously we'll have a, what is this? This guy. What is this guy? The NAT. That is a thumb rule. Now another thing. How can you say that EC2 is in public or private? How can you say that? How to say one EC2 is in public or private?
There
If
is no public address, right?
IP,
To
exactly.
IP address.
Exactly, IP address by seeing it. Now let me add the this is the resources we are going to create. This is the resources. So let me create how many resources we need EC2s here in the as per this architecture. Let's go here. Let's go here. One is I obviously I need this guy, which is this guy, Bastion for as an admin, and then one more I need is for to create application. So let me bring them. These are the ones. You know already the story. Please, you have to help me. The code and then the needed resources, what to be changed under something. Let me copy this code as is. I'll copy here in this folder. This is the EC2. Let me rename that as well. Rename Bastion. Cool. So Bastion dot yeah. Bastion dot here. So resource key pair. Obviously, right? You need this IDRSA file, IDRSA pub. What it does internally, it will upload the public key from here to AWS console. This is another AWS account, so obviously we need that. Bring that IDRSA pub from the above report here. That is the one we brought it. Let's see the code again. Bastion. This is done, and then the filter. You need to filter the EC2. Previously, this is the account ID. Now we had another account ID, right? Other account ID now. What was that command? Yeah, here also you can get the account ID. The previous account has been removed. We are testing this and another account. Bring this. Keep it here. Yeah. And then this name exists or not, we need to check in the Mumbai region. We are going to launch the Bastion. In which subnet do we create in Bastion?
Public.
Yeah. Let me instance. Launch instance. I'll take the AIM ID. Is the Linux email. Now go back to, because sometimes account to account they may change that configuration. So that mean public images. Yeah, this is the one. Now select this. We will be passing the filters. One of here and there. AMI name. Let's go here. This is the one. So you will get the AIM ID. I wanted to print this AIM ID. You can have that as well in the WordPress folder itself. I'm going to create separate file called what's that? What is there? No, I think yeah, we have here. Yeah, we are not printing it. Let's see. I want to check it whether it is coming AMI value. Right. Automatically you see, right? It will come like this. Why man? something. Data dot, yeah, dot. I want to print ID. That's it. Let's see that in the, because this is not the resource block, this is the data block. So sometimes that resource exists, you will get in the output itself, Terraform plan itself. Plan. So we were printing two blocks, one is the availability zones, another is the AMID. If we get the AMID, we are good. So that somewhere our script is having issue. The Terraform bastion.tf is having a issue, line number 48. So let's go to the bastion, line number 48. We don't need this guy. That Apache installation we don't need. 48. What is this, man?
Oh, it is 88.
Oh, sorry. 88. We don't need this for bastion. Let's remove this one. And then I don't want to go with this also. Let's go with this. Yeah. Because I don't want to lose the account. And then name also say that stage bastion. So let's do the plan. Yeah, there is some issue. Reading what it is saying. Invalid user ID request. Malformed. Yeah, let's go here. The data block is having issue. Line number in ENHS 23. In this, let's say that maybe star or something. It should be filtered. Most recent equal to true. What's the relation? Let me check it the correct again. As is this name, star item. There it says HVM virtualization type. Somewhere you will have that name. HVM. And then the owners. Somewhere you will have the owners also. Account ID. Owner account ID. Oh, this is the account ID. What is this? I'm getting this. Then. Oh my God. Oh, that's the problem. Then how come it is filtering the credentials, man? AWS STS. Color identity. Whose account it is using? Zero 07. Oh, this is correct. Oh, this is, I think, different. Maybe. Oh, something here. This is the different value, I think. Yeah, I'll fetch it. That's it, I think. Yeah, maybe. I need to follow that same filter, whatever they had given it. Maybe this is not the AWS account. Yeah, sure. Now let's filter it. Yeah. See, I'm getting the AMI output here. Getting it. So it is saying that creation also. You remember last time whatever we created, right? This is the data block. Key pair will go security group. This is the security group we are creating it. If you don't pass the usually when you create a security group, right, in the console, you will select VPC. If you don't pass any security VPC here, automatically it will go to the default. But I don't want to create in the default VPC. I want to create in our own VPC. So let me make it all this into naming convention. Control C, Control F. Naming convention with the bastion. Let's go to replace all this. Yeah, let it be the bastion naming convention. So here now, this is the security group, right? You need to pass VPC. You see that VPC ID. So please, in this folder itself, we are not using modules now. In this folder itself, we have created VPC in some place in this file. In this file, I need to call that VPC ID from here to this VPC ID. After you execute, right, you will get a VPC ID. That is an attribute that I need to call here, VPC ID. Can you guys tell me here by seeing this, how can I call this ID here? Just observe here. That is interpolation. Can you guys tell me here? I need to call now.
Data.
Data is for data blocks. This is the resource block. That is what I'm saying it. We already created in the same folder. So with the resource keyword. Let me show you again. Yeah, this is the one. I'll bring it there. Is it? Just what? Yeah. Now tell me. If you're able to decode, that's it. Terraform is nothing much. Just copy paste the thing and then little understanding. You need to know one resource calling to another place. I need to call here to here. AWS underscore
VPC.
VPC dot
Own underscore VPC.
own underscore. Why it is not printing, man? One underscore VPC dot ID. This is a VPC ID. You have to call like this. This is the AWS underscore VPC. Yeah, both are in the same folder. Yes. That's it. Like this, you have to call it VPC ID. Let me check this. What is the name? Let me here VPC ID only equal. This is where it should prompt it. This guy has a good intelligence. That's okay. Ignore it for now. Let's see. So from this folder, we have already created a VPC. That VPC I'm calling here like this naming convention, interpolation. Now we have assigned the VPC ID. It will not go to the default VPC. Otherwise, by default, it goes to the default VPC. Let me check my IP. I'll look what is my IP address. IP address to the bastion. Only the bastion. Cool. That is the one done. These are all the inbound rules, outbound rules. Now here is this guy. This is coming AMID, we are getting it. You have not specified any zone or subnets here, right? So by default, if you have not specified it, it will go to the default subnets or default VPC. I wanted to create in my own VPC. So usually when you create a EC2 mission, right, in the console, you won't select the VPC directly. You will select subnet, internal availability zone, that will get called. So here you need to call subnet ID. Now, yeah, this is how I was expecting it. So you remember what is the resource we are creating right now? What is the resource we are creating here?
Bastion EC2.
In which subnets do we create?
Public.
Private.
Bastion.
Public.
Public. So already,
Public.
yeah, public. So already you created a public subnet right here, like VPC. You created right here. That you need to call here, that subnet here, like this. Dot ID. But how many public subnets we have total? Like 3. Now I need to call. What it will happen?
Anyone.
Yeah, it will say that you have 3. I need only 1. You can say that the concept is there, no? 0 or something, like you can say like this. It will go to the in which subnet now? 0th internally. It will pick it up automatically. If you say star, something again you need to use count, something iterative element, that and all you have to use it. Instead of that, I'm going to do in one subnet only first. Log it. So where did this resource got created? Here. You are going to here. Where is this guy? Yeah, here. You are calling this name public here. So yesterday you remember I was telling, right, one tool to debug. What is the tool I was telling? To debug whether output will come or not.
Console.
Exactly, console. Observe here now. I'll go to this command. Wherever you have TF state, right? in that folder only. Run this console. It will open one CLI. I'll run this command. It should print output. Let's say that it should print one subnet ID only. You see here. Now if now do this, see it is printing one subnet. So what does that mean? This block will work. I had a doubt whether it will work or not. This block will work. So for example, now you can say that star also. I want to check whether value is coming or not. What value will come? Okay. For example, paste. Okay. Selecting. Paste here. You see here now, it is bringing 3 of them. Among them, I wanted to select one. Now you want to select 0. This is 0, 1, 2 like this. Whatever you can pass it here, like this here. This is the one. So 0, we are getting the result. Now we are assigning the subnet also. We are good. Now security group also is there. PEM file also we are assigning here. PEM file. This PEM file, where are you creating it? In above block here. You are creating here. You are creating the PEM file here. You are calling there. AMID is getting security group also. There is interpolation here. You see, right? Security group. You are calling the security group in above. You can do multiple comma also like this. This is the list, right? You can have like this also. Good. Now this is the Bastion creation. Now this TF state also I wanted to send to. I don't want to keep in the local. I don't want to keep in this folder local. I wanted to send this file to S3 bucket. That S3 bucket creation also you can do from Terraform. You can do from S3 bucket also. It's up to you. So what I can say that, let me create S3 bucket. There we have already. For now, I'll go with this option. See that? You here state env. You can say that, for example, sensitive something. And then very important, I was saying now for this TF state file, right? What is the most important thing you can do? One of the important thing, enable version. Create a bucket. Once you join this project, right, you validate this kind of task, whether they have, then you can run your own project. That is how we have to survive our job. Keep this. If they are using TF state, right, check that whether they have enabled all these things and all. Now I have a bucket. Let me TF state. I wanted to store here. I have a S3 bucket. I wanted to store. When I'm creating next time Bastion, right? I don't want to keep the TF state file here. I wanted to keep in the S3. For that, right? Let me go here. Terraform backend. Let's search with this. Oh my God, not coming. Terraform backend. S3. Copy this. You see, right? What this block is for? Let me create a separate file. Let's close this. All this will have a clarity. I'm all my task I'm doing from WordPress. This are all for VPC creation. This is for Bastion. I'm going to create one file that makes backend.tf. This is the one. Here I have to replace. You cannot call this var dot. You cannot call this var dot. You cannot override the Terraform ones. Current versions has a limitation that current. Here you can say that inside that which environment we are going to create. Stage You can have a stage.tf state also. You can have your own naming convention also. It's up to you. So let me go with the Terraform.tf state. This is the name, tf state. And then the reason is AP South -1. Yeah, this is the one. Let me check again. AP South 1. Yeah, this is correct. Yeah. So this I can do anytime, like no need to be now only, like when I before creating VPs also we can do first time also, later also you can do. It will say that reconfigure command. Let's see. So I have the TF state backend. Key is nothing but inside this bucket, there should be a folder. Inside that folder, it will create this file. What I mean, it will automatically will be copied here. That Terraform will take care into that folder. That is the one. Think this folder automatically it will create. Let's see. Yeah, you come out of this. Right now console, Terraform console, you have some doubt whether value will come or not. You can print like this, the variables. Exit. Now Terraform plan. It will see, observe here. You will get an error like this. Observe the error. It said that there is a backend initialization required. Please run again. What command it is saying it again? Run the Terraform init initial configuration for backend store blah blah changes to backend. See what it is doing. There is a backend configured. It is now you need to migrate this into from your local to remote. So that's why it is asking Terraform init. You can run reconfigure. It's up to based upon this use case. We run these commands. Terraform init. What it is doing? AP South 1. Actually, oh, did I missed the bucket? We did bucket. I created Singapore. Oh my gosh, that's okay. I could have created, when I created the bucket, I could have selected Bombay. It's okay. Now I'll update here. That is what it's saying. Bucket is in one place, and then you are running into something. That's what it is saying. Now let's see. Terraform paid. Let's do that. Init again. S3 bucket. Do you want to copy the state to the new S3 bucket? Yes. Since I'm doing in manual, you can pass these arguments also something. There isn't some arguments will be there. That automation tool automatically will pick yes or no. You need to done. Now go to that folder, cross the fingers. Yeah, you see stage. See here, the file came automatically. From your local, the file has been uploaded into TF state. What is the situation for local folder? It will be 0. So let's see. No, it's not 0, not at all. Okay. It will make, I think, 0. Yeah. Earlier also 0. Yeah, this is what 0. So your local file will not be used. Next time onwards, when you do anything, modify it. It will compare with the S3 and then it will go for apply. Any doubts, questions you want to ask on the remote backend? Any thoughts? Why do we use TF state in the remote? Why do we need to use? Any thoughts? Why we wanted to use S3 as a backend?
To keep versioning of the files.
Yeah, versioning. And one more, let's say one of my team wanted to, another guy, my teammate want to work on that code. He wanted to, if we take this code, right, if we apply that Terraform code, again, it will create the resources, right? Something. You remember what I was telling? We don't store in our laptop. We will store in repository. My teammate, he will download that code. He will try to apply that same code. Now, if we apply that code, right, now it will go to here. It will compare that. If already resource, it will not create, it will update again top of that resource. So in the collaborated environment, right, if my team wanted to share their resource related information here and there, in that case also, not only for versioning. Versioning is S3 bucket, but to share the TF state across the multiple teams and in that case, the S3 backend will be used. So this is the one of the lab. This is what I was telling yesterday. Lab, create VPC, EC Bastion, and then TF straight into remote backend. What is the remote backend we have right now is the S3. So this is the page. This is the page I used. You keep it here. Please, I'm requesting you guys, wherever you see the lab, at least have a hands-on on top of that. Cool. So Terraform it worked. Let's go for another command. Terraform plan. Which resource we are creating right now? In this, from this folder, currently. What is the resource I'm going to create?
Bastion is it?
Yeah, Bastion. And then the security groups, blah, blah. Yeah. And then the key pair also within our own VPC, not the default VPC. Let's go. For plan, there is no auto approve. Plan automatically will do. When you do apply, right? Apply also internally run a one command plan, and then it will go for next apply. Apply will run plan, and then we'll go for apply. So now security group is getting created. It. Let's go to this. Sorry, where is this guy? Yeah. Images. Go to. Yeah, this is the guy. The Bastion. Let's see that. 112B42. I think that is the one we created. You can print also in the outputs also. Yeah, this is good. It's been created it. And then let's go to the, sorry. Go to the page. Let me check. Other resource instances. We should have the Bastion. It is running. I can SSH to this Bastion also. This is the public IP. You can check here in which subnet it created it. In one of the subnet it got created in public automatically. Let's do SSH. Now you see that how easy now with the Terraform, right? You write once, it can be module or it can be. So no need to touch the multiple. One is, if you touch in the console, there are many chances of manual errors somewhere here and there based upon the moment of thought. We may do mistakes. So that's why the better tool in the DevOps for automation and for infrastructure, we use the Terraform. Now you know this guy. You know the story, right? From where the temp key will get picked up. Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, dot AWS. Keys, sorry.
Yeah, from the data SSH folder automatically, because I have uploaded my public key. Yes. Yeah, we are in the Bastion. We are good now. This flow is good. Now exit now. Can you guys tell me here what are the other resources needed for now? We are good now. Now you have to tell me. You know already the story. There is this. Yeah. This is ready. This layer is ready. The NAT, everything is ready. Some more.
We have to create WordPress EC2 and we have to install WordPress and we have to create RDS.
Yeah, sure. So let's go with this now. I'll copy paste this. Please tell me, at least you should have this knowledge, what to be changed. I'll change this Bastion. Copy. I'll say that WordPress EC2. What to be changed, you should tell me.
Yeah, we have to move this to private subnet.
Yeah, let me go to where is this WordPress? Yeah. Which block I need to, you should, by this time you should know that way to update.
Resource block.
Yeah, true. You have multiple resources blocks.
Okay.
Yeah, that we
Uh,
expect. Yeah, which resource block? You have keep it. I'll go with the same.
However, still we
Yeah.
have to replace with the WordPress.
You cannot create, right? This one again.
Yeah, no need.
Let's delete this one. This, let it go with the data block we need. This.
Yeah. It should be WordPress.
Yeah, WordPress. That's it. This we will change. This we will change later.
Yeah, here we yeah.
Yeah, I'll come on it. Let's save this guy. Data story. Here, AMI will come above T2 micro, the same key pair. Now it will not call from here. It will go to which file now to get this interpolation. Which file it will pick from this? You have a key pair. In one of the file you created, right? Key pair already. In which file did you create this key pair? In which file did you create this resource?
The idea is to
Bastion.
Bastion. So you go here, Bastion. Here, keypair.bastion. I'll use that name only. This you should have at least this knowledge where to update it. Let's go this Bastion only this name. So because we are doing in the same folder, right? I can call one file block resource related to here and there. I can call that. We call VPCID subnet, right? Same way I can call the PEM also here. I mean the key. This is the one. The security group got created it above here.
Private.
Yeah. So where can I get this information? From which file? From this file.
Main.
Let's rename this as a VPC so that you will have a clarity. VPC. Now this is the one. Is AWS subnet app. I can say that simple one keyword called app. You know, right? The Terraform console command. If you want to test, you can test it. Stage WordPress. We are good. This is also good. Now, by this time you should have I have changed it, the thing. By this time you should have knowledge. What are all the ports to be allowed for this? For this, you should allow some ports, right? As for this architecture, you have to tell it. For WordPress, what ports we need to allow in the security group?
oh, sure.
You know already, na? WordPress. I as an admin, I want to go. As an end user, also I want to come.
440
80.
80.
33.
80,
Yeah, 80.
80 from as for this architecture. You already implemented this. So,
application to account, sir.
yeah, application load balancer. And 22 from?
Bastion.
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 Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll go to this. This is the security group I created it. This is the one inbound rule. Here, right? CID or IP address. Here, no, I can change it to this guy also. To which guy? I will allow to whom? No, only to this guy. To the Bastion. Go here. You have to pick this one there. You have to call this one there. You have to call this one. This is the one 22. Because 22 we don't want. Even if you allow also, you cannot connect to this mission because this will go to the which subnet private. You cannot connect at all to this mission. Now here I need to call with that name. Yes, I think it should prompt automatically. So underscore security group dot bastion
Bastion.
dot ID.
ID.
Yeah, let's see. It should, the syntax should support. Let's see. Yeah, this is, I think, comma. It should work. Let's see. Center range. Cool. So this is for 22. Still, we have not created a load balancer, right? I'll leave the 8080. Later, I will replace with load balancer security group ID here also. Okay. For now, I'm allowing to internet. Cool. So you know the architecture already. 22, I'm allowing to Bastion. And then 80, I'm allowing to load balancer. Since we don't have load balancer, I'm going with this thing. The allowing to open to outside. Cool. So this is the web. What is that name? Logical name was for Bastion web. You cannot do that. It will throw an error. Let me change it to WordPress. You cannot have the same logical name with the same resource block. It will throw an error. Cool. So we are good. This. Let's go with the plan. Now you know TF state is in not local, it is in the remote. Even if you delete the TF state, you can recover because it is having versioning. Yeah, somewhere. What it is saying is resource name must be unique per type in model. That's where that block duplicate blah blah. Oh my god. Oh yeah. I think you shouldn't use that data block also because we are calling there, right? At one place only you can call. This also I can remove. Because we are calling this in the Bastion, right? That is the one. And one more. This name also it is saying it already it is there. This name. WordPress is there. Let's keep it this as a naming convention matching with that resource. WordPress. This one also say that. That is WordPress underscore best SSH. Yeah, that's good name. This I'll say that. HTTP. This I'll say that. Before I'll keep it WordPress. It is saying that there are the duplicate resources. You should have at least this knowledge. Someone will write the code, you should be able to modify and then go for execution. Yeah, these are all already exist. Good. Bless me. Yeah, this I expected it. Should have must be valid. Let me check another than shader range. We pass the security group. This kind of increase rule. Here it is throwing an error. I expected it. Can I pass the security group itself? I have example. My objective was here. I don't want to. Let me remove this now. Sometimes also this should work. Let's see. No, it says cider range. I'm passing this name. Still, it will be a problem. I'm just throwing blindly. Let's see. Yeah, it worked. No, invalid attribute still. Yeah, it is saying that valid. Now what I can found it is, let me check this guy. Okay. I need to pass the another security group reference here. It is saying cider range. Security group ID, it will attach it. Let me check this resource. Yeah. What are the arguments we can pass? This is the one here, argument reference, cider range, port, IP protocol, prefix, reference ID. Yeah, they have one. This security group ID referenced in the role. Okay, I think this is the referenced security group ID. Security group ID to attach this inbound rule. I think this is the ID. I can copy. I think this is a new syntax. Earlier, we used to add here itself ingress like this. Somewhere, let's go here. ID equal. Let's call this one. This need a list or what? The second group is that reference in the rule. Let's see. We comment on that. Think here itself. Yeah. That's it. We are referencing it another one. Yeah, it's coming. So reference security group ID is coming here. This has been created by the Bastion Wala. The Bastion security group ID is coming here. Yeah, this works. You see, right? So any resource, you have to go here and then you have to study little based upon the use case. And then whatever he fixes, I mean, you have to fix it. You have to get that value. Cool. So the WordPress is ready. Now, you know, right? In the WordPress, we need to install one software. No? You remember what I was telling? WordPress is another name, what I was telling. LAMP. Linux, Apache, MySQL, and then the PHP. So these are all the softwares you have to install on top of the WordPress mission. So you need to install the Apache. You know, right? How can we install whenever my mission is coming? That you know the syntax, right? What is the concept? I need to install Apache whenever my WordPress comes.
User data.
Yeah. Go to WordPress here, to the resource block here. Here, you can add user data. And here, you can write a bigger script as well, but instead of that, now you remember I told you one function. File like this. I'll call here Apache underscore user data dot sh. This sh will be, let me keep it a separate folder so that it will be easy for us. I'll create a separate folder scripts. In the scripts, I'll keep all of them. I'll call that a folder here. Scripts, that folder. In this script folder, I'll keep that. We have already one example last time we did. Copy this. This folder. Good. No good. So, you know, right? Another one also we need to install. Na? What are the other dependencies? If you remember, for PHP, you need to install PHP also. And some more MySQL dependencies need to install. So this I'll cover it. Manually we will do. Then I will fulfill that commands here. If it works, the UI works for me. Okay. If this last time we had an issue, then I installed something. I followed one website that worked. So this is for Apache. I'll add it. We will go to the manually to WordPress. We will install there. That commands we'll add it here further. Good. So script is ready. User bin bash. We're calling that. Let's plan. Observe I'm not telling the plan command every time, but always plan is the first command you have to run. 6. It's good now. It's coming good. Good. Now remember, user data will be executed once. Next time onwards, you have to do a lot of changes to execute that, but user data will be one time only. With the root user, it will execute. In EC2, you will have two users, EC2 user, root user. It will execute with the root user. Now we are good with the PEM, everything assigned. Now tell me what are the other resources, please. As per this architecture, I'll prepare the ready environment. What are the other resources? This is ready.
We have to install RDS.
Yeah, RDS. Let me create a separate RDS dot. Please bear with me for some time. What are the resources needed for RDS? First one, security group. Next, subnet group. Next, RTS. So these are the basic resources you need to create RTS. Basic resources formula. You have that already the based upon the RDS type also. We are going with what type right now? MySQL. MySQL port number is 33006. Yeah. Who will connect to the MySQL here? Who are all will connect as per this architecture?
WordPress EC.
app server, and one more sometimes as an admin, right? So app server to MySQL. You have to allow here HC. As an admin also you have to allow. Admin in the sense, what is the server?
Bastion.
Yeah. For testing, I want to run some testing commands and all. Just keep this, okay? So you have to allow these two. So app is already there. Bastion also already is there. So let's bring this security group here. So I'll go copy paste. I'll modify it. Please tell me, you know already this. Copy. This is for egress. What all to be changed? At least you should have knowledge. Where is this guy? Yeah. Artist.tf. Here. This logical name. Let's make it. Obviously, VPC ID you need. This is for, say that how many rules you need total, how many rules you need? 2 rules.
Two.
One is the app server, one is the admin. Say that. Yes. Hyphen will not be allowed, underscore is allowed. So this is the Bastion RDS underscore HG. Say that with that name. So that it will be, no, not, sorry. Simple is. This is the security group name, MySQL RDS. So, yeah. Here, this is the inbound rule. Who are all coming?
Bastion.
Bastion for MySQL. Oh, this is the, sorry. This is the guy, correct. Here I'll say that Bastion underscore. This I'll say that.
What?
Yeah, exactly. That WordPress, that makes clear. Follow the one naming convention. Usually, right, we lock before itself all the discussion, right? Naming convention, put in a paper, put in a document, lock it. Not like on the time, don't go with that. One day, the other day, we'll have a complex. In my company, right, we have a standard rule. How to, whether it is to be underscore or hyphen. First, we will decide it. First, the project itself, because one guy will come under. First, whenever one person comes to my team, right, first we will tell him the naming convention. That's how the basic standard you should have it. Or do you need to follow the caps, or all of them are small? We will lock with that naming convention. Hyphen or underscore are these are the ones. So right now I'm going with this as far like we are not decided, right? But always have that lock. Otherwise, one day the other day we'll have a complexity. One guy will create with his own thing and so cool. Here I need to call Bastion. The port number will be like this: 3306. Now this will not work, right? Now this also will.
Source.
Yeah. This is the. I need to change. Here I have to change, right? This one.
Yeah.
This inbound rule will attach to above security group. Here also same. Double 306. 306. This guy will be assigned to Bastion. So I need to call that reference ID. Yeah. Here I need to call which guy? Which guy is that? Bastion. Automatically it will prompt AWS underscore security group dot Bastion. See, automatically when you are typing, right, it will prompt dot Bastion dot ID. That's it. Yeah. Here, reference.
WordPress.
Yeah. AWS underscore
Security.
dot ID.
Dot ID.
You see, right? How easy if you use this VS Code, the extensions. It will throw syntax errors, it will identify it. Good. So we have the two. Security group is ready. And then the security groups are inbound rules are okay. Yeah, this I need to change. This is say that RDS underscore. RDS underscore, because already this name is there in the Bastion. Good. This name has been changed. Now you need to create a subnet group. Let's go to here. You need to call subnet group. Unit group. EMS replication, document DB, elastic cache. We are going to create RDS subnet group. Copy this, This is how you have to call all the subnet groups. Here, copy subnet group. Say that WordPress can be great. Yeah, let it be WordPress. Or you can say that RDS is it. RDS underscore subnet group. Because this can be reused multiple times. This is the say that will be RDS data subnet group. Yeah, this thing. Now you need to call all the subnet IDs here, like all the subnet IDs in the sense whatever you created in the VPC, right? From the VPC you created 3 subnet categories: public,
Yeah, for data.
app and data. You need to call all of them here, app ones here. So one, right, that you remember I was calling one way now, one thing, all of them at one shot. Instead of like this, you can keep comma. You can call one more way, right? It was that way.
Star.
Yeah. So start should work. Let's see. Here, no? Say that AWS underscore net dot data
Data.
dot ID. I'm sorry, Control Z dot ID. Yeah. Here, keep it star. Let's see. Cross the fingers. See, this is how the, yeah. Now, say that same naming matching convention. Subnet IDs. Just this I kept for reference purpose. In case something comes, we'll do commas. You can do 1, 2, 3, something. Let's see. Now go on and do a plan. What I doubt is it will return the list with the string type. Here there were no codes. That's where I had a doubt. I want to check it. They have a functions to convert from list to the other types as well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What it is saying it is tuple with 3 elements in appropriate value, subnet ID. There is a function you can convert from list to that I'll see. You can use element also something, but I'll see this, okay? For now, let me prepare the syntax. Even I forgot what is that function is getting called. Good. Subnet ID.
We can give some 0 or something, right?
Yeah, comma, it will work. 0, like that it will work. But
Okay.
that will work. 0, comma. This will work. Sure, it will work. Sure, it will work. This guy will work. 1. But I don't want to, that's, right? That my thought was some topic. There is a one function, to set or something you can use. Let's see. If you observe, right, whatever, I'm not writing anything with my fingers. Like I'm going to the page, I'm copying the code. You see, right? This is what. But I don't want to go with this. We'll use the function. There is one function that we can use it. Cool. Now, this is ready. Subnet group is ready. Next is the RDS. Go for here. Please observe here. Every time I'm going here, copying, paste, and then I'm changing according to my logic. You should have that knowledge. That's why I was telling it. When I'm copying it, please have that mindset of how to change the values, something. We expect you at least the copy paste skill, at least. MySQL, say that RDS well. RDS. Go here. RDS database instance. Yeah, deep instance. This is they'll give sample usage also. Blah, 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 blah. Most complex custom, blah, blah, blah. DB2 depends upon storage auto scaling. Don't think much. Let's go with the sample one. We'll copy. Basic usage one. They give the example. You remember what is that PSQL? That is the first important thing I need to check. WordPress. The prerequisite very important. Otherwise it will fail. Get started, download, right? Just download. Somewhere we saw no the version requirement under this. Yeah, this is the page. We update here. Readme.md. Where is that man? Readme.md. Yeah. Okay, requisite. And then prerequisites are this needed, this ones. PHP fine greater and then MySQL version 5.7 or MariaDB version 10.4 also are greater. MariaDB version, but MySQL, what is the version it is expecting? 5.7 MySQL. Now, whatever I copied, right, from their page, allocated storage, this one, DB name, engine name, instance class, we'll go with the default one. This is the username, RDS admin. What we, password, it's not recommended to keep it here. We will call in the var or blah, blah. I'll tell you that separately. 5.7, yeah, this is the good version we're going. These are the basic things. You know right here, if you apply it, it will go to the default VPC. But we wanted to control it our own VPC, right? This is the one. So you need to call somewhere here, search for DB subnet group name. The above name I can call here. Group name it is saying, so is that we have to call.
Not ID.
Not ID. It is expected
Okay.
name, right? So
Right.
name only. Yeah. Otherwise, it will go to the default VPC. So for now, I'll uncode it. I'll show you that how I get it. Generate. Please not recommended here. Don't keep in the Terraform. So there is a concept called, you remember, where do we store these things? I'll change it, but for now. But I told, right, from where we get the passwords, one place, security place.
Config.
Vault
Yeah.
or AWS secret manager.
Yeah, Vault or secret manager. For now, I don't want to switch to the context. For now, please bear with me. I'll say that like this. It's not recommended at all. Just say for that, for now, to test purpose, I'm going with this. I'll use that secret manager concept. I'll call the values here. So subnet group is there. Yes, very good. So now let's go and see the plan once. You can check whether the correct name of that subnet group or in the arguments. Yeah, that is correct only. And everything is coming good. So WordPress is there, RDS is there, and then because this RDS will take time, right? I don't want to take longer time tomorrow because that's where I'm preparing the data. I'll apply it. We'll see tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Cool. This is ready, and then you need this Elastic Cache. Let me create that as well. But I'm not using Elastic Cache in the code because you have to have that coding knowledge how to use the Elastic Cache. This I'll create that, but we will not be using that. Okay. Good. So let pass it for this time. This Elastic Cache. Let's go with this guy. This the application load balancer. Let me create this under ALB.df. Now you know that what to be created for ALB. Please tell me what and all needed.
Security group.
Yeah.
We can assign VPC.
Yeah, VPC. And then you need obviously
Subnet.
Scratch zone, right?
Right.
Whether it is internet or
Target group.
intranet. Yeah. And then one more target.
Groups.
Yeah. In the target group, you will attach to whom? In target group, we will attach, right?
Groups like
Yeah, EC2.
Yeah.
App is
EC2. Yeah. App EC2. Exactly. Let's keep it app EC2. WordPress EC2. Okay.
WordPress.
Attach. Please keep this target group attach. And one more, when you create a load balancer, right? You will have this guy now. What is this guy? Listener. This listener will forward to whom? Listener will forward to one guy, right? Whenever request comes to the ALB, ALB will accept it. It will send to listener. Then listener will forward to whom?
target
DNS.
group.
Yeah, target group. Then you will have a something called, what is this guy? Rules also. So this many resources you have to create it. Already this we have. This I will interpolate here. This many resources you have to create. Internet, or you have to specify this internet like this. So with this, right? Let me go to that. Please observe. Always this is the page for me. Any thoughts, queries you want to ask? Where is the state file currently stored? This is the question we ask it. Where are the state files you guys are storing?
S3.
How are you, like, which block is, where are you modifying it? That information, where are you setting that information? This block.
Main.
Terraform backend. So now application load balancer, no. So EC2 classic, EC2 load balancer. Come under EC2. This one, load balancer. Yeah, it's okay. You see, right? These are many resources you have to create. One is this guy. This guy. This is I'm going with the application load balancer. So you should have load balancer, listener if you are using SSL, and then rule, target group, and then you have to do attachment as well, individual. Let's go here. Example, load balancer, and then some properties, enabled security groups, load balancer type, application internal, naming convention, tags, NLB. This is the load balancer will create, and then listener. This is a simple listener. If request comes on 80, it will forward to this one, default action. You see, right? Here I need to create. Now you see, right? Before creating a load balancer, you should have all this listener, this kind of rules. You should have the target group. There is a dependency. There is a lock. Dependency is there. First you have to do, and then you have to create it here. So let's go. We'll go with this kind of order, what we have defined it. First, we'll pick the security group. We already have that. We will modify that. I'll take the away. Please bear with me. It's a copy paste work, but we are preparing the data. Yeah. Take this guy. See. Security group. Say that wherever you see, right? Let's make it Control D if you select it at a time, we can replace all at once. ALB. Yeah. So if you go to VPC, this I need to change 80, 80. This I'll this will open to internet. You know, right? ALB will be to internet. 0.0.0.0/0. Yeah. Now this is, say that HTTP, that's it. Let's remove this fellow. We don't need ALB outbound. Yeah. Second group is ready. Next, go for the one by one. I'll fetch it up. Go to ALB. Copy. Please observe, like only the one thing I'm doing it here. I'm bringing the things. ALB. Yeah. Here, say that will be ALB. This is the ALB name. You can call with where also for now. I mean, if you want to variablized, this is the false. We don't want to internal. This is internet. This I need to call here to here. This is the name. ALB. This is the second group ID. ALB. Yeah. Now this is how they're calling the subnets. So I think we have the same naming. I think let's check that in the VPC. One by one. For loop. This is the one more for loop. The count instead of alternative count rate. This is the one more loop. Where this VPC. Yeah, both are matching. That should be good for us. This should work. If someone try to delete it, it will throw an error. I don't want to the enable logs. Let's remove it. Say that this we are using for WordPress purpose. That's it. So ALB has been created. We created the ALB. You can check the plan also. Cross the fingers. You remember I was telling right once, any AWS service logs you can send to two places, service logs. ALB is not the server, it's a service. So service logs can be sent to two places. One CloudWatch or another is the S3. Yeah. This is ready. One more. Let's go to this page. LB. I'll go with the reverse way. Target group. Let's create the target group. This one. This is getting created here. Instance target group. You see it, IP target group, Lambda target group, ALB. One load balancer to another load balancer. We did this lab, NLB to ALB. This I'm not doing it. Let's see that target group. Here, see that WordPress 80. It will go to the 80. Protocol. This VPC ID, we need to call our own VPC. What is that name if you remember? Customer. Yeah, one VPC dot ID. That's it. So when you create a target group, you need a VPC. Target group has been created it. Then target group attachment. You need to attach target group to, you see right, to kind of like this guy. Like this guy, you need to attach. Target group test TRN attachment. Yeah. Target ID. Yeah. Let's keep this guy. In the console, we click right. Here, you have to do a lot of resources. Here is you create a target group. You have a EC2. Both are bridging is this resource. See that? Good place. After you create this resource, right, you will have a ARN. So copy this guy. Here, replace it here. This one. This is the very important. We remember here, you were telling right here. Target group, you will attach to whom? Guys, last patience.
WordPress is
Yeah. Now I need to call here where is this? Now please decode it. In which file I have this information? In which file?
WordPress EC2.
Here. Here, go to this place. Here you will have interpolation. This name, I need to call here in the ALB. Here. Let's see that WordPress ID. That's it. Yes. On which port number? 80. You can have health check, blah, blah, all of them. For now, I'm skipping. Default one, I'm going it.
So we're repeating resource name WordPress. Can you please change?
Where? This name, huh?
Ah,
Oh, no,
ah.
this name not a problem. This name can be not a problem.
Okay.
It can't be duplicate. With the same resource rate, you can't be duplicate. But for other resource, you can have it.
Okay. Understand.
Yeah. Cool. So what and all we created it now? Target group attachment, target group. Now listener. No, sorry, listener will listen. Let's go. What I was telling here. Subnets we are calling, VPC we assigned, second group is there. Internet done, target group attachment is done, listener. Yeah, let's go to the listener. See, this listener will go, when you create a load balancer, it will get it created, but you will not have an inbound rule and all something. That's where we are saying now. This is the forward action. This is they gave for SSL and all. We don't have SSL. Let's copy this one. We don't have for now because this is AWS separate AWS account, right? We lost all of them. The ACM and all. We can create all of them. This is for listen. Please observe it. I'm not typing any keyword. I'm just copy pasting that. Here I'll say that. Yeah, WordPress. Say that HTTP. Next I will create HTTPS also, right? That time I'll use it. So here, yeah, 80 the HTTP. Yeah, this I don't have. This I'll remove it because not right. Now here, this listener has to be attached to load balancer. See, we need to follow their standard. Can I call ID and all? It doesn't work. You have to follow their argument as is. I brought the sample code. Now, before if you go top right, you created a somewhere load balancer. This one, not this one. Did we create the load balancer? Yeah, this one. This ARN I need to call here. Here. Just call that ALB. ARN. That's it. Let's remove this one. And then whenever request comes, it will forward to this target group. Already we created target group, right? Top, if you go somewhere, this guy. Target group, this name. This name dot ARN. That's it. Cool. So blah, 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 life cycle. I'm just mapping, mind mapping. So let me go here. Subnet, circuit group attachment, listener, forward, good. Rules, if you have like path-based, host-based, then we need this. For now, not required. Let's go in the plan. See, observe it. I'm not using the some internet modules. We are creating that resource. This resource block, we will convert them into modules further. First, I'm bringing. Cross the fingers. Terraform, apply, auto, approve.
Equal
Observe.
to true.
I'm sorry. Yeah. This guy will do operation. Sometimes if you do Terraform in between cancel, right? TF state will go to inconsistent state. So
Okay.
yeah, that's another mess altogether. Recently, we lost complete one environment. At a time, we were not having a log condition. We had just TF state in S3. 2 people at a time they applied it. So somewhere, I don't know, accidentally it got deleted total one environment production. You observe, right? If you do anything, do all things in the Terraform. Don't do here and there something. Everything do from Terraform. Don't go to the console, don't modify it. See, observe how this is the one time, it may take time, but next time onwards, if I wanted to bring this setup, I can do one click, right? Just apply. In between, yeah, RDS is the little complex one, which takes time. S3 bucket is easy to create. Route 53, I need to create a hosted zones and all. We will create from the Terraform only, the hosted zone, this total setup. Let's wait for 2 minutes. We'll hold and then we'll leave. And then we'll have it this weekend also. I'll take this weekend also. I wanted to complete this setup. Then I wanted to switch to the context. So the topics. Let me tell you, this is the flow. if you know our syllabus flow, right? We are already to the good mature level. This is what we were discussing initial time. Not exactly solution architect. Some services I kept as a kind of to continue further. We covered almost all basics at least. We should be, there is a cloud jobs, right? Practitioner is there, normal associate is there. I think we are good till associative, not exactly solution architect for now. That has been covered. We have covered 3-tier architecture. That is the one. What I covered is the LAMP one. We covered. I'll take other languages also. Now we are doing that same thing right now. Smart Build automation. So this, please, I'm not stopping this automation here. We will continue next, whatever I do, right? Everything we will do from Terraform only. Next will be continued. So we'll be switching to this area. You remember, if I'm using Terraform, am I stopping using cloud or not? Am I stopping cloud anywhere?
No.
No.
If you are using Terraform, what is the baseline you are using behind? Obviously the cloud, right? Behind cloud.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm using this one. Next, whatever the technology I go right here. Behind this will carry. Module 1 will carry, module 2 will be get carried out. Keep this thought. So we'll be entering next week on this area. Cool. So let's see here. Oh my God, somewhere it got stopped. Can be used this river reserved used by the engine. Oh my God. Oh, it is saying that somewhere is incomplete. But it is saying this has been completed. Oh, just somewhere the invalid permission to the specified rule peer already exists. I think somewhere the consistency. Okay, I'll pass it here. Let this errors as is. We'll continue tomorrow. What it is saying is there is RDS admin. You cannot use that user. It is saying it. I'll pass it here. We'll continue tomorrow. For your info, we will have a session this weekend also. I'll take it. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Record.